anytime men are not allowed to have preferences.
I just don't think that's
men are
true.
not allowed to. Well,
Okay,
look
I don't know
at
who
the
you're talking to.
visceral reaction from you guys on the body count thing.
I don't think that you're not allowed to have it. I just think that you guys wouldn't want to date us, and we're just saying that we wouldn't want to date you either.
Well,
Wait. Oh shit.
I think
Shots
that's all that
fired.
we're
Wait.
saying. Like, I think that's just all we're saying. Like, you guys are saying to us, like, oh, I wouldn't date you guys
we asked
because
that
you don't
question.
have, like,
Well,
'cause
how
you don't
tall is
have-
Alex?
I'm 5'1".
Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro.
That's just what I'm saying.
Two
Like, you
inches
guys
You're
are
too
kinda
tall,
like,
Alex. You're too tall. I'm sorry.
It was the height that killed it for you?
You're just too
Nothing
tall for
else?
me.
Two
Nothing else?
inches off.
You're an Amazon woman. I just can't
so
do
close.
it. I can't do it, Alex. I mean,
I think because we're not saying that we wouldn't date guys that have that preference. We're saying that you guys are allowed to have that preference, and then you guys are
angry
saying.
at our preferences.
I should. By the way, I
You guys
should.
are
we
saying
talk
like
about
we
the town
don't respect
bicycle,
that.
and you
we
guys
don't-
were like,
Well, it just sounds
Okay.
disrespectful
I
because
didn't.
we're not giving those rude, like nicknames and rude things to you guys or guys that are like that.
Town
Or,
bicycle.
like,
That's like a very
it's just
factual
like it's
I
just
know
statement.
it's
not
funny.
like it's
I
just
know
not
that- I know
funny
that
and
you
it's not
girls-
okay.
I know
Like
that
I
you-
just think that it's really really rude, and I think that
What?
it's you guys trying to be funny and like
and it's
we're
weird.
not into
Town
it either.
bicycle.
Like you guys into us, that's fine. Like we're not into you either.
What?
It's not.
We're
it's
not
not, it's
calling
not about
it.
that. It's not about that.
I just want to be clear. I'm not. When I say town bicycle, you all are very lovely. I'm sure you're. I'm not saying you guys are town bicycles. I'm just saying we don't want to date the town bicycle.
So my only thing is like, right, we're talking about this. He even didn't disclose his.
Yeah,
like,
he didn't say.
he
I-
didn't say he's either. That's like for me. That's just a personal thing.
I
I
have-
don't like putting out my personal sexual history for everybody to know.
Likewise.
I don't want people to know that. I don't think it's any of your fucking business, to be honest. So it's like, why can't I just keep that to myself? And you try to, maybe I have my own things that I'm trying to deal with about that. Like what the fuck? Like, I don't have to.
What are you
tell
trying to say here? What are you trying to tell us?
I'm not trying to tell you
She's
anything.
trying
you
to tell
trying
us
to-
she has a high body count.
I'm not trying to tell you guys anything. I'm just saying it's none of your business.
You're implying that you have
Well,
a high body count.
No,
You're-
you're making an.
It's
Well,
just like
you're-
not. It just shouldn't be a topic of discussion in our opinion. Like it just shouldn't matter in our opinion.
This
It
is
shouldn't-
hope. This
so
is
wait,
hope.
past is the past. Past shouldn't matter.
For me, sexual past
Sexual
does
past.
not matter.
Wait, just
You
bring the
say-
microphone
you
just a
guys
bit
say it.
closer.
For me personally, sexual
I'm just saying
past
I
does
don't. I
not
don't
matter.
like discussing my body count.
If you don't
Yeah,
like
that's
to
fine.
discuss it-
No, that's totally fine.
If I were a relationship with somebody, that's a total different conversation that I'm gonna have with them. I'm not in a relationship with any
Right.
of you.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's
So
fair.
I'm not
That's
gonna
fair.
talk to you guys about
That's
that.
fair.
That's
That's
what
fair.
I'm saying.
That's fair.
That's what I'm saying.
No, you're under no obligation to disclose your body count.
Ashley, are you saying it's inappropriate for a dude who wants to date you to ask that question?
I think that he could, but it just literally like any of the guys that I've dated have not asked that because it's just not something that comes up.
Well, the other thing is that people gonna lie about that one.
yeah.
So
that's
there's
true,
not
too.
really a point in asking because
Exactly.
both men and women are gonna lie about their body count.
Yeah.
So there's not. I mean, some people are gonna be honest, but most people are not gonna be upfront with someone that they have an interest in. They're not gonna be upfront about their body count. I
Right.
think so.
No
Me and
Bullspit
Jane had
said,
an-
shout out to Alex for actually giving her real number. I do want to
Wait.
give you credit for that.
Thank you.
Yo, we do have to give Alex credit
Yeah,
because
for sure.
because you know.
They've been, yeah, people have mixed feelings
We
about it.
we do appreciate the no. I think honesty is good.
I respect that a lot.
I respect you, the honesty,
Honest queen.
and
Thank you.
Do you see? Apparently, I had an entanglement with Will Smith.
I think there is a saying though with the body count thing.
Multiply it by 3 and that's the real number.
I think that is a saying. Me and Jane had an entanglement. Okay, Will Smith has apparently had an entanglement with everybody here. Yeah, no, but it does seem like when men state their preferences that it's often met with contempt, disdain, shaming.
She called it that he wanted girls that were 18.
Okay, let's
Wait,
calm
don't-
down.
Let's
Call
Sorry,
it
I'm sorry.
The
P-word.
P word. P word.
I see where she's coming
It
from.
was
I think
it
it's
was the way that he was
predatory.
talking about it.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily that, just like it's straight up. But
So like if a guy was more respectful about it and he wanted an 18-year-old, would it not be as big
I
of a
think
deal?
that's
well,
so
it
weird.
depends on
Like,
what age he was.
Okay,
So you
I
say
think that's
this
so
is an important
weird.
point. You guys
Yeah.
say that that's so weird, and I understand
I
why you
don't
feel
say
that way.
that. I
Okay,
don't
I know.
like that you-
Yeah.
Like, we all
you're in
have
you're in
opinions.
between. You're
Yeah.
in between the two of them. You're in
Yeah.
between the two of them.
Yeah.
The two of you said you're both
I
making the
just
point
think
that
it's
that's
so
so weird.
weird.
I understand why you feel that way. This was the norm for thousands of years.
yeah,
throughout
but
human
that doesn't
history.
mean it's okay, and that doesn't mean we should act like it's okay.
Why
right
is it?
now.
Why is it wrong if a guy
Because we
wants
know
a
that-
younger woman with a
Because
lower
if,
body
if
count?
we're saying that he wants an 18-year-old, like a lot of 18-year-olds are still in high school. Like, you know what you were like when you were 18. Put that in the mind of a girl. Like, think about how you were as an 18-year-old. Would you want to date a girl who's in the same position as you as an 18-year-old? I absolutely would never want to date somebody that was
mean, if-
thinking the
But
same
attraction is not symmetrical. The things
Exactly.
that
way. I
men
don't care. Like, that just
Exactly.
Just
But
for
the-
me,
you're saying it's
that's
wrong.
weird.
But
I would
you're-
just
you're
not
saying it's
want.
wrong.
But you're
Yeah, I think it's
projecting you're
wrong.
projecting your preference. You think that what you're attracted to is what men are attracted to.
Yeah.
But men and women have different things that they're attracted to.
Mm-hmm.
So attraction is not symmetrical. Things that you find attractive in the men might not necessarily find attractive in you, and
Oh.
vice versa. The characteristics and traits that men find attractive in women are not the same things that women find attractive in men.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. So I'm not saying that it's like completely.
Can we read this?
Wait, let's stay on topic. We'll get to the
so
super chat. We'll get to the super chat.
Like when you guys first started talking about like wanting a lower body count and all that, I was like, I understand where you're coming from, and I'm not saying that that's completely like not okay. That's fine. That's just not where I identify. And like, I was never trying to shame you guys for wanting that. I was just saying that's not what I want.
But now you're saying it's wrong that men are attracted.
I just think
to
the
younger
18-year-old,
women.
I said specifically the 18-year-old thing to me is weird because I was 18 for my entire last year of high school.
I mean-
so I'm just like thinking of myself as that 18-year-old girl, like with a 40-year-old guy coming at me, and I just like would feel like that was very wrong.
Well-
Like I've been that young and I've had very like old guys come at me, and it's just like so not okay.
But
Well, it is wrong.
But
Yeah.
men and women are attracted to different things, and I mean, I probably would not want to date an 18-year-old in high
yeah.
school.
Okay,
Yeah.
Um,
so that's what I mean.
we're talking
though.
about this,
Well,
right?
I mean, if like if
But
you're
I would
20 and
date.
up,
I
like,
would. I
okay.
would date an 18-year-old. I'd date a 19, 20, 21-year-old. Sure.
So this is where because I do date older guys. It's kind of my preference. But like my example I always give is like Kobe Bryant and his wife. They met when she was in high school and she was really young and he was in college already.
Okay. Well,
And when
if there was if she was under the age of consent, I mean that's totally different. I want to make it very clear. I think and
No,
I would,
no, no,
I would
yeah,
assume
no.
the guys
but,
here.
no, they didn't have.
We're talking about adult women.
they
here.
didn't have a relationship until she graduated high school that was legal and consenting with all of that, and then they ended up getting married. But she could have, dated all of these other girls. He was, I'm not super in basketball, so I could be misquoting it, so I apologize. But I know that like he wanted to be with her, and he had dated other people before her, but he wanted to date her, and she came off as super mature, and they were together, and they had they had their babies, and they had a successful marriage. Obviously they had some hiccups along the way for themselves, but then again he still stuck with her in the end. He might have screwed around, but he still was like, that's my wife, and always went back to his wife and tried to fix it with his wife. Not everybody agrees with that way of thinking, but like for me, I can understand why a woman finds an older guy attractive